Have you ever felt overwhelmed, like the weight of the world is on your shoulders and controlling everything is your only way to survive? Here's the truth. Trying to control life isn't just exhausting, it's stealing your peace. God has a better way, but most of us miss it because letting go feels risky. In this video, we're uncovering what happens when you finally give up the need to control. The answer could change everything for you. Have you ever felt overwhelmed trying to manage every detail of your life? Maybe you've convinced yourself that if you just try harder, you can keep everything in place, your job, your relationships, your finances. But the harder you push, the more exhausted you become, and it feels like control is slipping right through your fingers. Burnout is the inevitable result of holding too tightly to what was never meant to be yours to bear. The good news? God is waiting for you to release it to Him. When you surrender your need for control, you open yourself to His strength, and His strength doesn't falter. Psalm 46:1 reminds us, God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. This isn't just about surviving hardship. It's about having a place to rest and renew when life feels too heavy. Imagine trusting the Creator of the universe to carry what you were never meant to carry alone. Take one small step today. Spend 5 minutes in prayer, asking God to take the weight of your worries. Tell Him where you feel overwhelmed and ask Him for His peace in place of your control. Release one thing into His hands, just one za, and see how He begins to work through your surrender. Have you ever felt like the more you try to control, the farther everything seems to slip through your fingers? When we cling to control, life can feel like fighting a losing battle against waves of uncertainty. But when you surrender your worries and plans to God, something incredible happens. A new path opens, one shaped by His wisdom, not your striving. The Bible reminds us in Proverbs 3:5-6, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. This verse isn't just a nice thought, it's a promise. When you stop leaning on your own understanding, God takes the lead, paving a way that is clearer and better than anything you could have planned. Surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting God's perfect design over your own flawed efforts. Today, think about one area of your life where you've been holding too tightly to the reins. Spend time in prayer and consciously release it to God. As you surrender that burden, trust that He is already working it out for your good. Take it one step at a time. Surrender makes way for the supernatural, one choice at a time. One of the most beautiful outcomes of surrendering control is the gift of peace that only God can provide. But let me ask you, how often do you try to carry the weight of life's uncertainties all by yourself? When we try to micromanage every detail, the result is often overwhelming anxiety. It can feel like a constant storm in your mind, leaving no space for peace. But here's what happens when you bring your worries to God. He replaces your anxiety with His supernatural calm. Philippians 4:6-7 says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition with thanksgiving present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." Think about that. It's not just any peace. This is a peace that doesn't depend on your circumstances. When you choose prayer over panic, God takes the swirling thoughts and calms them, like a still lake after a storm. Today, take one worry that's been keeping you up at night and give it to God in prayer. Speak it out loud, release it, and thank Him for taking it off your shoulders. Trust that His peace will fill the space where your anxiety once lived. Have you ever felt like your heart was out of sync, pulled by fear, resentment, or uncertainty? Trusting God might feel like letting go of control, but it's actually aligning your heart with His truth. When you trust God, you release the weight of trying to fix everything yourself, and instead, you rest in His love and wisdom. In Proverbs 3:5-6, we are reminded to trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. When we trust Him fully, He doesn't just guide our steps, He also reshapes our hearts to reflect His peace and purpose. This trust begins with daily surrender, even in the small things. Start today by praying, "Lord, I trust You with this situation. Teach me how to let go and follow Your way." With each act of trust, you'll find a new rhythm in your life, one aligned with the grace and peace only God can provide. Remember, when you trust God, you are not giving up control. You're giving it to the one who holds your future. Let Him realign your heart, one step at a time. His plan leads to life and freedom. True freedom can only be found when we stop trying to hold everything together ourselves and trust in God's sovereignty. Have you ever felt weighed down by the need to have all the answers or to make everything work perfectly? Surrendering control to God can feel risky, but in reality, it's the gateway to living in peace and freedom. When you trust God to hold your life together, you stop striving and start resting in His perfect plan. God's sovereignty means that He is in control even when life feels overwhelming, and that truth is incredibly freeing. The Bible spells it out clearly in Psalm 46:10, which says, He says, "Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth." Be still invites you to let go while trusting that His plan will always be higher and better than yours. When you release the illusion of control, you open your hands to receive His peace and His plans for your future. Today, take a moment to sit quietly and reflect on areas of your life where you're trying to control the outcome. Pray Psalm 46:10 back to God, asking Him to help you lay those burdens down and trust His sovereignty. Freedom isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about knowing who holds it all. This freedom invites you to live lightly, fully trusting the one who works all things for good. God doesn't want you to bear burdens alone or spend your days fighting for control. When you surrender, you make space for His perfect peace and purpose to guide you. Will you trust Him today? Let this be your moment to release the reins and embrace His plan. If this message spoke to your heart, subscribe to join us and share this with someone who needs it. Type in the comments, "I surrender to God,"